Hello and welcome to Prime News. Now a look at the headlines. Swachh Bharat cess across country from Monday, eating out, telephone, travel, 96 services to become expensive, double taxation for Goans, assurance of Nitol Goy by December 2015 goes empty. FC Goa fans and supporters faced embarrassment during FC Goa vs Mumbai City match at Mumbai Stadium. Not allowed to carry FC Goa flags, video goes viral. Paragliders once again flying high along beach belt of North Goa. Flying without statutory permissions, authorities dormant, Goan skies open for anybody and everybody. Third consecutive time, Tuve Gram Sabha disrupted over proposed electronic city in Tuve. Demand summoned to state officials for next Gram Sabha. Threatened to file PIL. And CM Pasekar begins with exercise of Regional Plan 2021. Meets Deputy CM and TCP officials. Say stakeholders' word important while formulating regional plan. Now the news in detail. Swachh Bharat cess will be in force across the country from Monday. 50 paise per 100 rupees. With this cess, service tax rate will go up from 14% to 14.5% on all taxable services. Eating out, telephone and travel will become expensive. Bills on 96 services will be hiked. From past many years, Goans are paying cess to the state government to treat the non-biodegradable garbage. The promises to make Goa garbage-free by 19 December 2015 have gone empty. Instead, it's a double taxation for Goans. A special report.
Swachh Bharat cess will be in force in the country from Monday. Government is imposing a 0.5% Swachh Bharat cess on taxable services. That means 50 paise for every 100 rupees. The invoice of about 96 services will be hiked. Now, eating out, including Goan fish thali, cell phones and telephone bill and travel too will become expensive. It's a double taxation for Goankars. Goa government already collects cess on non-biodegradable products supposed to be utilized to make Goa plastic-free. And now the additional Swachh Bharat cess. Goans will have to pay separate cess for the state and the centre on the waste management. Ironically, garbage menace continues to haunt the public places, but the taxation seems duplicating. There are a lot more cesses in force pertaining to education, cleanliness, environment protection, public libraries, etc. Milk, electricity, phone consumers included in the cess player list, excise department charge library cess, thus earn almost 10 to 12 crores every year. Almost 60 to 65 lakh rupees are earned through milk cess. Government has levied cess of 2% on coal, coke, whereas green cess of 0.5% is imposed on petrol, diesel, lubricants. Almost 35 crores is the state target. Moreover, Power Department imposes fuel power purchase cost adjustment cess, which earns almost 12 to 14 crores in the state kitty. Story doesn't end here. Added to this, to make Goa plastic free, 2% cess is imposed on packaged goods. 12 to 15 crores is the revenue target. This taxation finally gets loaded on the consumer. Assurance of BJP government to make Goa garbage-free by 19 December 2015 has gone empty. Now, the new cess under name of Swachh Bharat, whether Goa clean up Goa or no, Goans have to face double taxation from Monday. Senior reporter Lokik Shilkar for Prudent.
FC Goa fans and supporters faced embarrassment during FC Goa vs Mumbai City match at Mumbai Stadium on 25th October. FC Goa fans were not allowed to carry FC Goa flags in the stadium to cheer the Gors. Fans and supporters of FC Goa had to leave the flags outside the stadium. Security guards claimed they were directed to do so. The video of this confrontation has gone viral on the social media. Now, Mumbai City FC's away match versus the Gors is scheduled in Goa on Tuesday. Watch this report.
और एफसी गोवा और अवे फैंस का किसका भी अलाउड नहीं है। कैमरा पे बोल सकते हो आप कैमरा पे बोल सकते हो। ये
हाँ मैं बोल सकता
हाँ,
हूँ।
बोल सकता हूँ, बता।
देखिए हमें इंस्ट्रक्शन मिले हैं
ओके।
कि यहाँ पे कोई ये आउट ऑफ मुंबई कोई फ्लैग अलाउड नहीं है।
हाँ बैनर ऑब्वियस सपोर्टर्स को भी अलाउ नहीं है।
बॉम्बे के सपोर्टर्स के लिए सिर्फ बॉम्बे का फ्लैग अलाउड।
If Mumbai supporters come to Bombay, Goa, then they are not allowed.
नॉट ओके ओके कैन यू शो प्लीज योर नेम एंड ऑल.
अब दिखाए ना सिक्युरिटी अपना.
हांवें तो फुटेज पळयल्ली आसा एंड यू नो वॉट एवर माय इनिशियल कॉमेंट्स इज इट्स हायली अनफॉर्च्युनेट आनी म्हाका दिसना की आय नो द मॅनेजमेंट ऑफ मुंबय सिटी FC पर्सनली. म्हाका दिसना की हे मॅनेजमेंटान इन्स्ट्रक्शनां दिली अशी. हें कोणेय तरी सकयल्यान केलां आनी वयल्याचें नांव घेवन यू नो दिस इज समथींग सम कायंड ऑफ अ पर्सनल वेंडेटा. हें तर रिवर्स गोंया जाल्लें जाल्यार ऑल्सो वी वूड हॅव नॉट एप्रिशिएटेड. I think it's a small issue unless you know it further escalates. I don't think this requires an official complaint. आमचे जर तर फुडें मॅचिंग अशें तर जायत रावलें जाल्यार मागीर पळोव येता की ISL कडेन उलोवन. माय ओनली अपील टू गोवन्स इज दुसऱ्यान केलें म्हणून आपणें करचें न्हय.
Paragliders are once again flying high along the beach belt of north of Goa without any statutory permissions. While the Indian Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Toiba are training their paragliders for aerial attack and several terrorists have made their stay in Goa, the state security agencies are still not serious. In wake of reports to stay of a paraglider terrorist at Harmal Keri, the paragliders and trainers were directed to get permissions from specified 6 authorities. But paragliders in Palie Penne have done it again without any permissions, and the authorities are dormant. Watch this report.
Are the state security agencies really concerned about the aerial terror threats? Have a look at this scene. Tourists are paragliding along Palie Plateau in Perne Taluka. 3 paragliders are flying and tourists are enjoying the adventure. These are the shots recorded by a citizen journalist from Perne. Now it's a question whether these paragliders and trainers have permissions and they follow specified procedure. As per North Goa Collector's order, the paraglider trainers should compulsorily acquire permission from local panchayat, police, civil aviation, SP North Goa, DYSP and Collector of North Goa. They should maintain clear record with identity details of the paragliders. But the adventure has begun yet again without the consent of any of these state authorities. Prudent questioned Superintendent of Police Umesh Gaonkar and Deputy Superintendent of Police Mahesh Gaonkar. But they also said they have not received any application for permission to a paragliding activity. North Goa Collector Neela Mohanan, who is the main authority to issue permission for paragliding, she too does not have any knowledge. She says she has never received any such application. All this is happening in CM's constituency, also the Home Minister. None of the guidelines are adhered yet. Paragliders are freely flying and enjoying the adventure without the trainers acquiring any statutory permissions. CM Parsekar informed that following terror attack in Paris, security has been tightened in Goa.
In Goa, which is a touristic place, particularly every weekend we have lot number of tourists. We have taken care. We always take care of the tourists. We don't. There are questions raised, apprehensions raised also. But before raising of these apprehensions, due care has been taken about all citizens and the tourists as well.
It may be recalled that Prudent had exposed how terrorist Syed Ismail Afaq reportedly travelled from Bengaluru and camped in Goa at Harmal Keri for a 5-day-long paragliding training session in November 2013. Following Prudent's expose, State Unit of Intelligence Bureau and State ATS had pulled up their sleeves and the District Collector issued the directive for mandatory statutory permission for such an aerial adventure. With just few months down the line, in the name of adventure tourism, the Goan skis are yet again open for anybody and everybody. Bureau Report, Prudent.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.